shooting, scoring! And what a snipe!
Oh, he smoked them like a Christmas ham, as we say.
Back cross ice, what a save by Laurel! History has repeated itself! Greater Sudbury has won back-to-back NOJHL championships!
Oh yeah, it is game day in the NOJ. Welcome back into our league studio, everyone. I'm Alex Bastyovanszky. Great to see you again. Let's get you caught up on all the latest from the league. There's tons to cover and not much time to do it, so let's go.
And they're coming out. That's Thornley. There's a shot, he scores! The Sioux! A beautiful top shelf goal.
A big tilt between the Thunderbirds and Lumberjacks last night. We pick it up in the second with the T-Birds up 1-0.
There goes a one-on-one battle, looks like shaping up. Cross ice. Over to McCauley, shot, scores! Top corner again. Looks like that's goal number 2 for McCauley. Over to McCauley, here comes another one of those wrist shots. Puck was loose, there's another shot, there's a goal. There's a score!
Hurst finally gets on the board when Chase Thompson hits Ty McKay with the sweet little behind-the-back pass right there. The teams would trade goals after that, but it's the Sioux coming out on top. They take this one 4-2. Now, Powassan has been sliding lately. They desperately needed a win against Blind River last night, and that is exactly what they got in this one. Tell us about it, Courtney Kenny.
Jonathan Quick would be all over the ice for that.
Roussel with some speed down the ice, his hometown Beavers. Now a good chance right there, they score! Pavel Barclay on the doorstep, and the Voodoos are in flight here. And they finally get it out. However, the Beavers keep it in, but not for long as Dawson gets it up for Saginaw. Saginaw walking in, Saginaw sharp angle chance, good chance, Dawson scores! Caleb Dawson on the doorstep. Now it's out for again. Berkeley with another chance. He scores! His second of the game. Schultz takes a shot that hit a body. Now it's in the slot all alone. Getting around Vreugdenhil. Somehow he kept it out. Second chance. They score. Now another chance far side. Another chance. They score! The Beavers make it 3-2 on a point shot. Back to Bagley. We're back to 5-on-5. Bagley with a shot. Rebound is there. Saginaw in the slot. He scores! The pride of Pittsburgh, Ryan Saginaw. It's 4-2. Now trying to get it out. Russo does, and it's Bonsignor going down the ice. Bonsignor over for Lefebvre. Lefebvre on the backhand. He scores! Jesse Lefebvre.
And then Cole Vreugdenhil comes up with a beauty of a stop right here to rob the Beavers. It was all Powassan on this night. They notched 4 more to skate away with the 7-2 win. Timmins is trying to extend its win streak to 9 games. They were in French River. Tell us what happened, Lou Pisano.
His same number there. Puck comes over, quick shot, and that's going to beat Bureau Morel. MacArthur, welcome home, son.
No kidding.
Kimani Eccleston, great name. Shot and he scores. Eccleston with his second. That was out of nowhere, and it looked like his stick kind of hit a leg.
You've got to wonder if the Rock are going to change their strategy and set up a trap, but it seems like they're actually going to stretch it out a bit more.
Quick shot, and that's in the net. That beats Kieran Corn. Eccleston with his second. Maybe I had a premonition that was coming.
I think you might have.
Lou Pisano and his broadcast partner might have more fun in the booth than any other duo in the league, I swear. And they finally get something to cheer about as down 4-0, Michael Mrazek gets the Rapids on the board. And then it was Jeremy Clark after the mad scramble, backhanding it home to make it 4-2. In the third, though, check out this save.
Down into the zone. Clark coming in on the forecheck, steals that away out front. What a save! Huge save by Mullen. All alone in front, flashing the leather.
Did he ever?
Wow.
Great stop, and that would prove to be huge as French River pulls to within 1 late in the third. That is as close as they'd get, though. Timmins is now on a 9-game winning streak. Red hot at the moment. These Sioux Eagles over in Espanola to face the Paper Kings. Take us through this one, Thomas Mercier.
Watson with a chance to clear. Around the boards it'll go, but it'll be held in by DiGiacomo. 30 seconds left in the 5-on-3. DiGiacomo, beautiful pass from Menard, who shoots and scores! Eagles currently 0 for 2 on the man advantage, and now here's a short-handed breakaway. Owen Smith in towards the goal and scores! Owen Smith!
And then in the second, Cameron Menard pulls off one of the goals of the year here.
Menard on a turnover, looking out in front. He scores! Cameron Menard pulls out the Michigan and scores one of the goals of the year! Did that really just happen? Do not scratch your eyes. Cameron Menard just did that.
It's the Menard, Michigan sick goal. Soon after, super rookie Owen Smith nabs his 14th tally of the season to make it 4-0 Kings. They would cruise to the 7-0 triumph in this one. With Hearst losing, Sudbury had a chance to take over first place in the standings if they could beat Kirkland Lake.
Boucher coming in along boards, trying to hold that up. But once again, Klinkhammer with the speed, he's working around. I don't know about that one. And there is a goal. And dump back out. That'll go down. And O'Grady picks it up. He slides that over. He can't get it through. Nice defensive play. Now Lamontagne. He looks. He scores!
There it is!
There goes the Teddy Bears.
Love it. It was Teddy Bear Toss night in Kirkland Lake. Dozens of the furry friends were collected for a great cause. It was 1-1. Not for long, though.
Now it's down in deep. Trying to slide across. There's a high slot. And a squeak. And Rathwell makes a stop, but it squeaks through. Now it's dumped off the backboard and bouncing straight out. A hard dashing. And a quick shot over the shoulder. So more or less like a set play. Hit it straight off the backboard. He's lining up against Newton. He gets tossed out. And Sudbury gets control of the puck. Quick low shot. And gets between the pads and slides through. That was a soft shot there.
4-1 Cubs at that point. We had to show this Matthew Newman tally here, though. One of the goals of the night to make it a 2-goal game. Alas, the Cubs just too powerful. They pull away ultimately for the 9-3 victory. Okay, game previews for today brought to you, of course, by Rogers. Great deals happening now. Shop today. Just 2 games on the docket for this afternoon. The two T-Birds and Hearst will do it all again. The T-Birds, of course, won 4-2 last night. They have now split 2 games between them this season. Sioux is 3-2 over its last 5. Hearst 2-3, and they, of course, as we mentioned, have fallen out of first place in the standings. Iroquois Falls taking on Kirkland Lake, and the Storm are 3-1 against the Miners so far this year. Kirkland Lake has lost 2 straight after previously having been on a 2-game win streak. Iroquois Falls 2-3 over its last 5 games. Primetime player from last night, as we mentioned, Powassan really needed a win last night, and Pavel Barkley is a big reason as to why they got it. He was huge in the win over Blind River, picking up a hat trick for the Voodoos. And your play of the day brought to you, of course, by our good friends at BrokerLink Auto, Home, and Business Insurance. BrokerLink, life is confusing. Your insurance shouldn't be. Could it be anything else but this one from Cameron Menard, the Michigan?
Returning it to Coates. Back behind the Sioux net it goes with 2.5 gone in the second. Menard on a turnover, looking out in front. He scores! Cameron Menard pulls out the Michigan and scores one of the goals of the year! Did that really just happen? Do not scratch your eyes. Cameron Menard just did that.
Yeah, and of course, just remember that all throughout the NOJHL season, to stay up to date with everything that's going on with the league, be sure to check out its official social media outlets. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.